Alright, hello everyone. I am Verlondrea Austin, a sophomore communicative disorders major, and I am aspiring to be a speech pathologist. First off, I want to start off. I've recently started learning about speech pathology when I started my introduction class in the fall semester last year. And so far, I've learned that speech pathologists or SLPs are basically experts in communication. Speech pathologists, they deal with speech sounds, language, literacy, social communication, voice, and just all different types of forms of communication. From in the classes that I know that I have to take in the future are basically breaking down words and syllables and making sure that you understand so that you are able to help that child or adult in that way. As a SLP, I refer to speech pathologists as SLPs, but SLPs, they are those people that actually give kids that feeling or that hope that they are able to talk again. Because not only people think that SLPs are people who deal with only special needs kids, and that's not exactly true. That's partially who they deal with, but they mostly deal with just a wide range of normal kids. It could be a child who is 3 years old and you may see that they stutter or they have problems with saying specific syllables or words, and you're that person that comes in and helps them say it as clearly as possible, because most kids, they don't exactly get rid of it all the way. So then you have those kids who don't get rid of it, and then you have those kids who you can just completely get rid of it, period, so that they are able to speak clearly. So far, my vision as I trickle down into this journey of becoming a SLP is very bright. My vision is very bright. My vision is to most likely just learn more about the field, because at first I really, truly, honestly did not know what SLP was. I knew for one that I wanted to work with kids. I knew for another thing that I wanted to teach, but I didn't exactly want to go into the teaching field. So I decided to be a speech pathologist, speech language pathologist. And as of right now, or that will happen, I will be graduating in May of 2021. So in the beginning of my career. So after graduating, I plan on going to graduate school, and I plan on getting my master's. And from getting my master's, I plan on to go on and start working. Hopefully, I'll be able to. Well, the setting that I want to work in is a hospital, most likely, and to work in a hospital from school district. So that's my plan, to just work in a hospital in a school district. Then after probably about 5 years or so, I want to go back and get my PhD, or it may happen sooner than that, but go back and get my PhD, and I want to open up my own practice. But first, as I've learned, you have to, of course, get your name out there and get your clientele and everything up, so that you can have, of course, clients or whatever the case may be, that they follow you from that hospital and that school district. Also with speech language pathologists, they do introduce us to audiology, so you can also be an audiologist or a speech language pathologist, because they do work hand in hand with each other. But I decided to be a speech language pathologist. As I go through learning about this field and getting more in depth into this field, I realized that not to be, one-sided or anything, but it is a very competing white field, and so you have to make sure that you network with them and those people, because you have to. They are the people who will allow you to do different things and make sure that you learn about the field, because there are a lot of course, whites who are involved in speech language pathology. There are not that many internships from what I have understood, but of course I'm sure that there are some out there that are able for me to do. But from right now, I've been working at a daycare for about 6 years or so, and I see the speech language pathologist come in and out. So sometimes I'll talk to her or I'll sit in and watch her do different things with the kids. And then while that time, over that time, I do see the kids improve. So that's very important to me, to see the kids improve and see that it actually is an impact on their life. And then hearing people's stories of their children when they were 3 and they weren't able to speak clearly, but they were also able to talk more fluently, and they feel better. The kids feel better when they're actually there to get their point across, or let them know, or allowing them to know that they are being heard clearly. So that's a good thing as well. After transitioning and networking and learning about my career and getting my master's, I would hopefully, by that time, I say about 10 years from now, I'll hopefully be well indebted into my career, and also well indebted to in the community, from people knowing me and knowing that I am serious about what I do, and that I take my job and the kids serious and their education and everything like that. So from that point, get my bachelor's and get my master's, and hopefully have my PhD by then, and open up my own practice, and still networking with different people, and hopefully let my brand, or who I am as a speech pathologist, grow, so that people can come to me by that time, so that they can know that Verlondrea Austin, or Dr. Austin, is that person that you want to go see, and that you want your child to be taught by or held by, or anything like that. So after retirement, I hope to have a lot of money saved up. I hope to be able to live very comfortable, and not well above my means, but of course comfortable, not having to live check to check and having to live that type of life, because I know that there are some speech pathologists who do live in that type of way. But I know as a SLP, you have to get out of Mississippi. Not saying that you have to, but in order to have a nice amount of pay, you're going to have to move out of Mississippi, so that you can, of course, reach a wider scale of people, so that you can branch yourself out and branch yourself to learn about more, and of course reach a wider range of people and learn about a wider range of people. So far as in professional speech pathologists, of course, who have been in it more than you, and they can allow you to, of course, come in with them and work with them and work in their practices, or help you with your own. So far after my career, I hope to be very comfortable, retirement comfortable, living comfortable with my family, and just being knowing that my life was well lived, and knowing that I helped many children as possible in my field, and that I'm able to, of course, allow my children and teach my children the importance of communication, because communication in this world is everything. If you can't communicate or tell how you feel or get your point across, then you are looked at as silent, or you can't speak up for yourself. And I feel as though communication, especially at a young age, is very, 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 very important. So as my job as a speech pathologist is to help you be the best communicator that you possibly can be, to help you be able to let people know that you want to be heard, no matter what the circumstances, that you want to be heard, because I want no one to feel as though that they can't or they won't be able to communicate, because with a speech language pathologist in your world, you will be able to communicate and say anything that you want. So I am Verlondrea Austin, and I am a future speech language pathologist. Thank you.